Hello. So I was chilling in my office, as you can tell, hair all over the place, a little bit greasy. But I thought that, you know what, let's just come and have an authentic conversation about something that's been on my mind to speak with you about. And it's about how you can get help transforming your life. And the reason why I was called to have this conversation with you is because what I've noticed and what you may notice about yourself, and how, because it's how I used to be, is that while we get to this end of the year, we're trying to get through the holidays and going shopping, doing all these things, once again, investing in everybody and everything else except ourselves. There's this little piece of us that, if we were being honest and doing some self reflection and some introspection, if we were being honest with ourselves, what we would find is that we did not honor the things that we said that we were going to when it came to making changes in our life, when it came to improving, when it came to goal setting and crushing our goals. There is this human behavioral pattern that every time we move into the new year, we're motivated, we're inspired, we're all of the things when it comes to wanting to change our life. And we maybe join a gym and get a fresh notebook and do a vision board and do all the things in order to hype ourselves up around making sure that the year that we're going into is different and better than the year that we stepped out of. However, the energy of that inspiration only lasts for about 2 to 3 weeks, and then we end up finding out that we're the same person that we were before we spent really wasted all of our money and our time and our energy on the vision boards and on the goals and all of the things that we said that we were going to do to make our lives different going forward. And every time we do that, we're doing a couple things. Number one, what you are solidifying is this thing called a habit of failure. And I've talked about this before. Probably a year or two ago, I did a whole video on this habit of failure, where you make promises to yourself and then you continuously default on the promises that you say that you're going to do, the changes that you're going to make, how you're going to be this new and better version of yourself. And what ends up happening, whether you know it or not, is it actually makes it easier for you to give up on yourself, for you to fail, for you to lack this trust in yourself, your confidence, and your ability to get things done. Because these micro promises, well, maybe they're not micro, these things that you say that you're going to do to for yourself to make things better for yourself that you don't do, hardwire you to continue to move in that direction. So then what happens is, this new year, 2023, you say, okay, this is finally it. This is the year. This is when I'm going to do it. Well, you've said that so many times about big and small things, and then you haven't carried through on those big and small things, that your brain is now hardwired to say, oh, you know what? We're not going to do that. Just like we didn't do it the last few times, this is a pattern of survival for us. And so we say we're going to do it, but we don't. And because you haven't done it the past times that you said you were, when I'm talking about you creating this cycle of not being confident in yourself, deep down in your psyche, you have these limited beliefs that are in your subconscious that are actually telling you every time that you say that you're going to do something, you don't do it. And so we're not going to try that hard to do it now. We're not going to expend extra energy to make you change. And so you end up not trusting yourself. You end up giving up on yourself. You end up having a lack of confidence in your ability to make things change. And then you outwardly give up on yourself. Maybe you say, oh, I don't have time, or maybe later in the year, or maybe next year, or whatever excuse you come up with in order to not actualize these things that you say that you want. So you create this habit of failure. And then number two, the world is moving forward. You're not. You're being stagnant. You're being stuck. And even if you make these incremental periods of growth, like maybe you crushed one goal, so this year you're going to up it by 10%. You already know you can hit that. So are you really growing by 10%? Or if the world is moving faster than you, are you really just barely keeping up? I want you to think about that in certain areas of your life. Um, because when you're not pushing yourself in a healthy way and growing and elevating yourself and your standards for what you will and won't allow, your values and your principles, while you think you may be growing, you're really probably being much more stagnant than you think that you are. And it's something that's insidious. Maybe you wake up one day and between the age of 40 and 50, you felt good from 40 to 47, and then at 48, you start to have health problems. It didn't start at 48. It started by these insidious decisions that you had to not elevate your standards to someone that was healthy, that cared about themselves, that cared about their well-being, etc. So you get the drift of what I'm talking about. This is not anything new to you, but I want you to understand that by you continuing to go down this pattern of ups and downs, of being motivated for a few weeks and then dropping off, motivated for a few weeks, dropping off, by continuously failing to follow through on the promises that you said, by you continuing to not elevate your standards to the person that it is that you want to be right now in the now. If you want to be healthy, you don't wait until you become healthy to be healthy. You start to be healthy now so that you can become healthy. But we oftentimes do that backwards. So if you're not going to elevate yourself to a level of different standards now, to a different identity, to a new you, a new version of yourself, then you might as well not even waste your time setting these goals, getting this new notebook, getting all invigorated, because all you are going to do again is continue to hardwire that cycle, that habit of failure. Now, if you want this to be different, then I want to talk to you about something that I've created that can actually help you to make the changes that I'm talking about, because it deals not only with your psychology, your behavior, all of those things, but it also deals with your physiological side of yourself. And I've talked about how if you really want to make changes in your life, it is about the identity and elevation of your standards and not compromising on the standards once you set them, that are in alignment with the person that you want to be, the goals that you want to hit. But there's also this physiological side that is hardwired through your actual DNA, your hardwiring, your makeup, your physical structures in your brain, all the things that actually correspond with making the change. And you have to make way for both of those things to happen in order for you to actually create this lasting change in your life. Now, most of the time, because you don't understand this and because you're probably deep into this habit of failure and now not trusting yourself and lacking confidence in your ability to really have the type of life that you want to have, you probably half-ass it, give up on yourself, all the things. However, I've created a New Year, New You 8-week group coaching program that is going to help you to get the help that you need to transform your life and do it in a way that is lasting. All of my clients that go through the steps that I teach them say that it is very simple. It may not be easy, but it's simple. And once you do it, you can make changes for life. And once you learn this once, you can apply this over and over again to your life. So this is an investment that continues to give to you over and over again as you continue to elevate yourself. What it involves is you learning what it truly takes to make change in your life and to make change last in your life, to make it stick, so that when you say that you're going to do something, you actually do it. You actually follow through. You're not investing in everybody, everything, losing yourself in the process, and then getting to the end of another year not accomplishing the things that you have wanted to accomplish, feeling tired, feeling burnt out, feeling run down, feeling like when you look back at a year again, you didn't do what it is that you say you wanted to do, you didn't make the changes, whatever. So this program is going to teach you what you need to understand practically to get over this hump, to actually make things change and stick. But you're also going to have coaching and support and mentoring. So if you're to that point where you don't have the confidence in yourself or believe in yourself, or you don't have the self-motivation anymore because of, like I said, this insidious habit of failure that you probably created in your life without knowing it, then you have my support helping you to get over the hump, along with a group of individuals like you that are all in the same environment, elevating that energy toward positive change in order to crush our goals and get what it is that we want out of life starting in 2023. I launched the details of this program on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and it was at the lowest price that it's ever been. The price has gone up a little bit since then. We're going to start in January and we go for 8 weeks. So until January, the price will continue to go up slightly every week or so. So if you think this is something that you want to get in on, and if you're one of those people that have been saving all my social media posts every time I post about this, but you haven't acted even though your heart is telling you to do it, then again, this habit of failure of you saying that you want to change, you want to invest, you want to get help, you want to work with a coach, this is like no brainer. Do it before the price keeps going up. Do it while you have the opportunity to work with me at probably the lowest price that you'll ever get to work with me for this container. If you go and look at my one-on-one coaching prices in respect to this program, you're going to see a huge difference. So this is your time to get in with a coach and to actually get the help that you need and some of the lessons that you need to actually move forward and actually make things better for your life. So I'm going to leave it at that. I just wanted to make sure that you all knew about this. For those of you that are watching this broadcast via video, because I also share this with in podcast format because we're all busy leaders. Then the information is on the screen for how you can sign up and reserve your spot. All you have to do is go to bit.ly/Lind Group Coaching. This information will also be wherever you are listening or watching this video. Go ahead and reserve your spot. Again, it's no brainer. You can either pay in one full payment, or there's even a payment plan for those of you that may need that. We're going to kick off the beginning of January, and we're just going to go through, and you're going to understand how you can truly transform your life in 8 weeks, and then take that information and from here on out for the rest of your life have the tools, the support, the knowledge, the information you need to continuously elevate yourself again and again and again and again and again. All right. So also, if you have any questions, never be afraid to reach out. You guys know that I'm super responsive if you reach out with any questions or concerns or anything like that. Otherwise, I will see you in the next broadcast. Take care. Bye.